Welcome to the first video in our scaling series. I am making kind of like a brunch. I don't eat until kind of late, so it's 11:30, and I kind of eat a bigger meal just because it's better for the body's digestion to eat later. So this is what I'm going to be eating. So I'm gonna give you some sauce on chicken. How to cook chicken is very important, and the best way to like really soften it up, cut it up a little bit or put a bunch of holes in it, and you marinate it in butter. You have to put a lot of butter in it. It kind of makes it soft like butter chicken, but still like that thick chicken breast. So what I do is I cut this up, put them in quesadillas, and that'll be my meal right here. What a solid meal. See, now that is what you want to get. You want to get some like that, cooked on the inside and outside, everywhere. That is some good chicken. Every morning, most mornings, I start off with some tea. Just because I need to wake up. It's actually really great for you to have hot water over cold water. So tea is just the next best thing. Ginger tea. My absolute favorite tea. So how we start the morning is every time I get some tea, usually I'm also warming up in my room. I have this yoga mat here, and actually it's because after surgery I sleep on the ground. I usually just like lay this on top of the yoga mat. It works better. It's like a Japanese bed, flat on the ground. It's good for the spine. But now I've just been kind of keeping it in, using it for warm-ups. I mean, I like to get a warm-up in before market open. Before I'm on the charts, before I'm charting, I like to warm up. I like to stretch. I like to get the body warm. Because if I can get my body warm, and then if I can get my mind relaxed, then I like have no stress while trading. Everything becomes so much easier. Just makes my job easier. The 3 hours I am on the charts, I gotta do it right. Right? Our 3 hours we gotta spend efficiently, because then we have to wait for a market to reset for the next day. So like I'm just buttering up the joints, stretching. So after the warm-up, I am on the charts. I am journaling, and this is my private journal. I'm pulling up everything I need, pulling up the Discord, everything I need to get ready for the charts. Mainly, I'm just looking at overnight price action, and I'm charting. It takes me about 30 minutes to get all my charting ready until market open, and then I just wait for market open. So that's really the morning schedule. It's pretty simple. Just get your mind ready, get your body ready for the charts to trade. We were literally on here for 3 hours, maybe 4 hours if you're holding a long trade. So, or if you're on the charts for pre-New York. So be mindful. This is the time you're trading. So prepare yourself to trade for that time. Even though it's the morning, you still gotta, you gotta be rested. You gotta either get something to eat, warm up your body, or get awake somehow. So it's important to have a good routine. Like I used to do Tai Chi before I traded. I used to do Tai Chi and listen to meditation music, and that's just how I relax. Now I just kind of do a warm up and get some tea, and I'm chill. So find what works for you, stick to it. Little talk on the Discord, reviewing what I'm charting. Basically, it's looking like a pretty good price action day. I'm actually going to be pretty happy. Overnight, we sold off. Now we have an XAMD kind of thing. So if we're like right here is where we're supposed to reverse, where this is overlapping. It's already reversing. I want one more S&T, and then I will enter in on longs. The charting's looking pretty good for on Monday. I mean, this price action, I like it. I like how we're correlated. Look at the 15-minute. It's just, look at that. It's just beautiful price action today. So let's see if we can get some movement up here. Maybe trading to the highs if we get some good movement. Wow, that really, really sucked. Lost right off of open, microcycle, literally a microcycle, and I kind of got a bad foul. Should have entered more right here, but stopped out no matter what. Wow, that was tough. Okay, so because I wasted kind of my first trade and I traded literally market open, I got stopped out for 350 bucks, and that means I cannot take a trade. Shit, yeah, we're done for the day. I took another loss, dude. Oh my god. I feel like this is like a humiliation ritual, I swear to god. Every time I get a combine or a funded account, I lose the first trade, no matter what. No matter what it is, I lose the first trade. So these are the shit trades we ended up taking. And my mentor literally took the short position. I was in long right here. stopped out right there, stopped out on this shitty long, and then I got another long right here after the sweep that we had. We're just gonna be bearish today. We're just gonna be bearish. I'm not gonna trade. I already lost 500 bucks today, so I got a lower size already on the first day, which is, it's annoying me a little bit, but this is just unfortunate. I tried to long this with 3 cons, and then this one with longing with 4 cons, and I'm just gonna get off. Like, I'm getting kind of heated that this is gonna do something on a Monday, and I gotta get off, dude. I already lost too much, sadly to say. They suck. I hate these days so much, so we have to just come back tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Fuck, man, this is exactly why I tell you guys not to get emotional on your, especially your first day trading these combines. I'm just gonna show you something ugly. I'm gonna hate to do it. Brand new accounts, and they're already almost half gone. They're not half gone, that's just the mindset, but I took this stupid fucking trade with more contracts to short, and it's probably just gonna go, but I got stopped out literally at this sweep of this high, so I'm a little annoyed that I did that for another $250 loss. So I gotta get off, dude. I need to calm down. I did more damage than I thought. We started off with 1 loss and ended the session with 3 losses, so that just shows you how this fucking sucks, dude. I hate this so much. I was putting data in my online journal, and then I see this comment, and it just made me smile. I said that I literally lose on the first trade I take on any account, no matter what. And he said that the loss is the manipulation leg of the overall P&L of the account. So, in other words, brighter days are ahead. Manipulation, distribution's next. So, that just made me smile. The small little things like that can cheer you up after a bad losing day. Just things like that. Get on the horse, keep going. It's not the end of the world. It's just a manipulation leg day. Another day, another chance. Actually, I'm really liking how price action is setting up this morning. It looks actually quite nice outside. I'm gonna be happy to get out today. But I was just writing in my journal some little things. God will be done no matter what. And pressure is the necessity to get something done. The human body wants to get it done and over with, but you have to conquer. You cannot just get through it, because when you do that, you just end up blowing accounts. Getting through it is not how you become a profitable trader. You have to be patient. You have to wait. It's a waiting game. And I want to mention this gap right here. We're on the 1 hour chart, and I did tell you that the highest time frame gap, the lowest point in the OTE that isn't tapped by anything, if there is an SMTF, there has to be one unfilled on NQ, or mostly just NQ. But I'm looking for this to get tapped before sell side, before anything. Why am I looking for that? Because it's OTE and we have a high time frame gap. That's usually where we stall before we either reverse, or we're going to hit these lower lows later after hitting some kind of internal buy side like up here. So that's just how market makers kind of work. I'm showing you because I said this in my video I made yesterday, but it already happened overnight, and I just want to show you how the precision in that, right? We had a resweep in that hourly gap, and then we moved up from there. I'm sorry the quality isn't as great as I hoped it would be on these videos. They will get better. I'm gonna get a better camera, more momentum. Obviously, it will come soon, but not at the moment because we have a lot of work to do. So this is just the setup we have now. It's still like just using my monitor to connect to my MacBook. So kind of a quick setup. I've been using it. Well, I actually upgraded from like a lawn table and a chair, like a lawn chair, to this setup. So we've come somewhere. CPI just completely cooked us with a 300-point candle. I don't know if I'm going to be able to trade today. I'm on the call. See if we get anything, kind of analyzing price action. So let's see what happens. So we were able to take a trade, a loss and a win, and I sold my winning trade too early. For one, because I had like, I think $700 in drawdown for my account, so I just needed to secure profit. I took a loss of like $400, and that was more than I expected to risk because it retraced all the way to my stop loss, and then I ended up taking this trade on. This is the win that I was taking, 10 a.m. PO3. I was early, stop at the SMT high. I'm expecting this to drop more. I thought it was going to drop down to this 4 hour gap. This is like our target for the 4 hour PO3, but I sold it so early. I sold it right here because we were creating a microcycle, because ES is slow, but that's all it is. It's just slow. And I sold emotionally because I was so down on these accounts. It was actually so bad. I only made like 200 bucks today, but I'm now at $700 loss for a little less than that for the total account P&L, which is better than where it was. So I'm just happy about that. What did I say? This trade was going to play out. 4-hour lows. I knew he wanted those 4-hour lows. We're chugging to it. Look at it on the 1-hour, 4-hour chart. This little gap, this minor gap was the entire draw for the day. And I knew it was going to be so. I just like messed up and cooked myself psychologically on that first trade. And then I just couldn't handle an open P&L. That was basically what I had to risk on my account. That's like literally what happened today. I just couldn't manage it psychologically. I had to exit, and I exited for like less than half the profit that I could have gotten. Now that we're off the charts, time to seize the day, get back into the routine, bro. I'm a little big, but like still, we got our definition. We're probably at like 23%. We just gotta lock in and lean up. Back at the desk again, dude. I'm always here, but got another snack, and I'm just doing my video for pre-market analysis or post-market analysis, I guess, whatever, just what happened and what I'm looking for the rest of the day. And the trades I took, 2 losses, 2 wins, but the wins paid off more than the losses. Okay, I finally got the magnetic strap so we can record. I'm gonna tell you right now, for fixing shoulders, the best exercise is skin the cat. I really need to get a better mic to do voiceovers, but this is skin the cat. Skin the cat is probably the best thing for your shoulders just because it opens up the bicep, it opens up your tight chest, and doing the skin the cat, the perfect way to do it is actually do it in a dead hang. But you see my feet are touching the ground. I have a really tight left bicep and chest, so left pec, I guess. So I just, stand on my toes, move, and try to move my shoulders in, dislocate and inlocate them. That's how you stretch and really strengthen the shoulder. So this setup, kinda rank, but best thing for your back, if you wanna take your shoulders and hip flexors out of doing abs, best exercise, best setup that you could possibly do. I put it like around where my mid back is, like a little under. So notice how I'm doing this. I'm really contracting my abs. I'm wanting to raise with my knees, not really my feet. So bent knees are more ideal for this, especially for hitting oblique, because you want to get that twist, and it's just harder to do if you're doing it straight legs. All right, and we're on to tricep. Best attachment for tricep, bicep, really anything. To keep it off your shoulders, you want the rolling pin. Rolling pin, the metal is the best. It has a great shape because you want the bar to separate it from like the flimsy cable strap. What I like about doing this, and you can also do a push down with the grip overhand. What I like about this is it's a great warm up for all the tricep heads. All 3 heads, you can see under my shirt that all of those heads are getting. Second exercise for the long head of the tricep, literally just behind the head extension. The only 2 ways that I ever want to do extension is horizontally or vertically. The most important thing for exercises for doing triceps is that you want to think about pushing forward and pulling your elbows together, because the act of pulling your elbows together just squeezes more muscles in the tricep. No matter whether you're doing tricep push downs horizontally or vertically, elbows always should be as close to your head as you can, or else you're kind of just messing up your joint and pulling it out of place. So, I'm tired. I'm doing 35, probably 30. I'll tell you right now, my favorite is the above head extension because it's easier to keep your elbows together and it's just more comfortable doing it standing. You can do both, but standing is ideal. Back from the gym, finally back from the gym. Cleaned up the house too. I gave you guys some sauce on triceps, and I just kind of did biceps, abs, and just a little warm up arm day. Now I'm gonna find something to do, bro. I'm just honestly gonna go swimming. It's nice out, it's hot out. I gotta enjoy my life, bro, not just be at home. So I'm gonna go swim, find a spot, and chill out, make lunch, then make dinner, sleep, get ready for tomorrow, and that'll be it. All right, I had to pull up to the water just to get in the water. It's a profitable day. We hit the gym, we got content done, like literally everything is done for the day, and we're not working until we come back from Chicago. So enjoy your time alive. Jump in the water, do something fun. Look how beautiful it is. Just so peaceful, so nice. It's not even like a nice place, Ohio, but there's nice places everywhere. Good morning. It is actually a really nice morning. I got some ginger tea and doing a bit of my toe work. And actually, I'm going to put you on some sauce. The big toe is probably the biggest support of your entire body system. The biggest hurdle you're going to have is having toes that don't fully like lock to the ground in this support, which is 3 points, the heel right below the big toe and then right below the pinky toe right here. So when you balance that, it gives you an arch, and I didn't used to have an arch, but now I do have a slight arch because of the big toe strength supporting the foot, which allows me to fix my hip posture, my hip imbalances, all starting from the ground up. So all this work you can do, strengthen your toes, you can curl and literally just pull a towel like this. I like to stretch out the big toes and separate them from the rest of the toes. So the second exercise, and what I love to warm up with in the morning, I either get a roller, roll out the lower back, get the entire body just kind of moving, push-ups, and then I want to work the lower body, specifically squats, and I want to rest in this horse stance position. This is a very ancient position. This is for channeling chi. This is how you like really set yourself up for a steady ground base to generate energy for Tai Chi and Qigong, which is breathing techniques and different motions to get energy throughout the body. So the only way to find your stance is to feet together, heels together, one separation apart, a second one, and then point the toes out and squat. And that is where your horse stance is. That's basically exactly where the legs are right under the knee or like slightly behind, and you just sit there. You want to do about 10 of them a day, so work up to 2 minutes, but you want to start 30 seconds, minute and a half, and then when you get to 2 minutes, you do that 10 times a day. Then it really helps with just stabilizing the pelvis, because you have to squeeze your core muscles and not your abs. Abs is for the pop, but the core is for stability. That's for having your muscles tighten around the bones, so you're not getting imbalances, or you're not getting drop shoulders like this, or you're not like having hips this way or that way. It's all about keeping the muscles tight, because the muscles hold the bones. A lot of people think that the bones are what hold you up. No, it's the muscles and the fascia that hold the bones. And the muscles is all dependent on how you strengthen them and stretch them. The quality of the muscles is all dependent on how you strengthen and stretch them. So, nice stretches. Always warming up, tuning the body. And we're all set up to go on the charts. What I have charted for today is 2 daily cycles. This is the 5-minute chart right now. I'm expecting longs. I want to get to this high. If I can get an entry in the 15-minute gap in this 15-minute breaker, then I'd like to take longs, ideally, because that is drawn liquidity. But if high of the week being swept makes us dump for distribution today, then I don't know what I'm going to be trading, because PPI like showed me the direction. This is crazy. I took a loss right here, $50. Like, it was nothing. I'll show you on the trade copier. Literally, it was nothing. But the reason why I took this was because I thought we were just going to dump to data low. And we very well might. But I marked out right here 10 a.m. when the speaker is going to start speaking. And until then is price distortion. Expansion, accumulation. We don't even get into manipulation until 9:45. And it's 9:35 right now. And then distribution isn't even until after 7, 5 minutes after 7. The second 15-minute or second 5-minute candle. After 10. Why am I saying 7? After 10. Like, bro, what am I doing taking these small losses? I just put risk on the table. I could have taken like a $150 loss right there. But I exited right there. That could have been so much more. So much more. And what do you know? It's chugging to the low. But still gotta wait. Even though this would have been a profitable trade, have I removed my stop completely, it would have been profitable, but I just would have taken a loss having a narrow stop because of this price action, just this wiki price action. Safe stop is always at the high. If you want to limit it, then you have to have a sweep of some kind, but this sweep wasn't enough. It was just choppy in general. All right, so after those two terrible trades that I took, in all honesty, I was just waiting for 10 a.m. I'm just gonna take off the charting real quick, give you a clear view. After this sweep, I was in short, 4 contracts, 30-point stop in CE of the 4 hour, because our 4 hour inversion for value gap CE, and then our 15-minute for value gap quadrants above CE as well. So the stop was in premium of that. I like that. I'm looking for it to chug actually to the 6 hour low. I'm in on my live account as well as funded. So that's our 6 hour low right there, which is the gap in our OTE, which is like literally what is predicted. Highest time frame gap is 6 hour, which is at discount of the range. So just to mark it out, show you guys, that's what this would be right there. That's what this gap is. That is the weekly discount. Asia isn't even discount of the week. It has to be a little bit lower. So that's what I'm thinking for my drawn liquidity. And of course we hit. Beautiful trade. Now back to the kitchen to eat and get the rest of the day on with. You guys kind of get a sense of what my daily routine is like. It's just the same thing. Trade, eat, gym, do something if I'm not working, get outside, stretch, do something. Literally, just take care of the body. I'll show you the meal we got going on. I actually need to go to Costco and get some groceries, but we got some broccoli. New sausage that is really, actually, really, really rich sausage. It's not like expensive, but it's just like good quality sausage. Then we got berries. Already had a ginger tea, some water. And we're back on the charts, and holy crap, we just inverted half the day's movement, which is a crap ton of points. So let's get on with our day and get this video done, because it was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful price action. We got to recap it because this is like an A plus 15-minute continuation. So I will see you guys tomorrow for another trade if we get one. Hopefully we do. Thursday, I want to trade. Friday, not so much, but something happens, something happens. Dude, I'm so disappointed in myself. This hasn't been a good trading week for me. I made the mistake of exiting out early when the trade was still valid, and I would have hit take profit. I would have been in the winning trade, and instead I lost. I was literally break even. I entered and I exited because I put a stop break even before 10 a.m. and just got closed.